Okay, hi everybody. Usually when I make videos on jazz, like like songs or what have you, I'm usually playing. I rarely talk. Why is that? Because there's a great video um, with Barry Harris. No, it's actually Barry Harris is in it, but the topic is Thelonious Monk, and Randy Weston was on there, and I saw this when I was a kid. It was on Thelonious Monk. I just can't remember the name of the video, and I don't think it's Straight No Chaser. It might be Straight No Chaser, the DVD or VHS. I think I saw it when I was younger. But anyways, Randy Weston talked about taking lessons with Thelonious Monk, and this really struck home. I think a good teacher is one that plays and doesn't sit back and let the student play so much. It should be, to me, it should be the opposite. So when I study with Barry for the last 30 plus years, um, I get the most out of it when I see him play. When he sits down on the piano, when I go to the piano to do it along with every other student, it's good. It's definitely good, but I absorb better in real time watching a player do it, just like when you lift music. So anyways, that's my philosophy on how to learn jazz. I think you need to have your teacher play it as much as possible, and you sit back, relax, and absorb this thing. So anyways, that being said, if I look at how I approach a song in improvisation or just harmony, some people have already asked me, what am I doing? How do I approach it? There's a lot of things, and if you want me to be quite honest, I look at two functions only in music. I just look at tonic, and dominant, and that's basically it. Just tonic and dominant. Everything else comes from one of those sectors, tonic or dominant. So let's see. So right there, one. So the song right here I'm playing is Just You, Just Me. And of course, I look at the two chord, something Barry showed all of us a long time ago. Two chords are just five chords acting as suspensions, or some people refer to as predominant. I just look at them as being suspensions, or just I bypass that, and if I come across an F minor, I'm already improvising, thinking of some sort of B flat dominant, or G dominant, or E dominant, or D flat dominant scale to use. Okay. That little thing there is with Barry, but it's really Chopin. It's just diminished, going down the related diminished chord. So it's like C sharp diminished. So C6, C sharp diminished. Man, it's so funny trying to teach this thing at a slower tempo. It's like almost impossible. A6, A sharp diminished. It's all the same diminished, right? Anyways, you go down in minor thirds. B flat 7 against G major 6. Some people think of it as also being B flat 7 against E7. I like the G6 better personally. You get a slightly different sound. You get the G in there, for example. Gives you that 13. You could think of it as C sharp, minor 6, diminished. You just walk that. Oh my god. You notice how it actually, for myself speaking, when I start to play in time, it actually makes more sense. The phrasing will change. So when people try to teach on YouTube, which more power to them if they can do it. But when you take it out of the context and try to go, okay, I'll slow it down. Now check, like. We know that, at least I think, there's no way you're going to catch the same phrasing compared to doing it in real time. Like, I never played that song slow, so I would play it faster. So there comes the paradox and the dichotomy being like, how do you possibly teach this stuff at a slower tempo? You really can't. You just have to sit there and absorb it in real time. I think Bird did the same thing. If I remember, Bird is saying to listen to play, learning to play rhythm changes. He never slowed it down. I mean, he'd listen to Chu Berry play. He'd listen to Lester Young play. I mean, these guys would be playing up to tempo. You didn't slow down. You have to absorb at tempo. Absorb at tempo, lift at tempo, play at tempo. And I'm thinking in 3. I don't think the same way Barry thinks in 3. Barry thinks in quarter note triplets starting on 1, but I think of quarter note triplets starting on 2. So you're actually thinking of going over the bar lines. Anyways, I think that's it for now. I think I've talked a lot. Let's see.